my colleague, Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, the Deputy Premier from the DRC, Deputy Speaker of Senegal, and other leaders of African delegations, our Chinese friends, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wonderful opportunity for us to return to Beijing. And therefore, on behalf of my delegation, please allow me to bring you greetings from the President and the people of Kenya to the wonderful friends in this country. Allow me also to send a message of condolence and sympathy from all of us again to the people of China following the devastating floods which have hit several of your provinces, leading to great loss of life. I'm indeed informed that the loss in terms of agricultural output and infrastructure does exceed some 210 million yuan. Our hearts therefore go this morning to the people of Jilin province, because indeed this forum was meant to have taken place in that province, and that it had to be relocated to Beijing. Although we do not mind always coming to Beijing, but we can understand the sense of devastation with regard to the hopes and aspirations of Jilin province, who would have looked forward to receiving all of us there. We could have cancelled, but the fact that this forum is actually taking place in Beijing is also true testimony of the commitment of the African peoples to the friendship with the Chinese friends. And therefore we decided that the floods notwithstanding, which in the first place is probably a lot to do with the problem of climate change, we thought we should all come and show our solidarity. I'm delighted that at the end of this official opening ceremony, there will be a joint letter of condolence that will go to the people who have been affected. My visit to Beijing also comes hot on the heels of what has been a very successful referendum regarding a new constitution that Kenyans have been trying to put in place for the last 20 years. My country has had great debate on the matter of a new constitution, and I'm happy that only last week, by a margin of close to 70%, the Kenyan people decided to set a new course, a political course, by having a completely new constitution, different in many ways from the independence constitution that we negotiated with the British at the time of our independence. And therefore I'm happy that I'm able to announce to our Chinese friends that in another week or so, President Kibaki will be promulgating a new constitution for Kenya. I'm also delighted to note that the economic and social cooperation between China and Africa, and more specifically my own country, has grown in leaps and bounds over the last 4 decades. Previously, under the auspices of the South-South cooperation, the two sides made significant contribution to the economies of our respective states. And ladies and gentlemen, the last 10 years have, however, seen a dramatic shift for the better in the relationship between Africa and the People's Republic of China under the Forum for China-African Cooperation, FOCAC.